outside of the front row for the inaugural AER Trucks Series race. Tristan Bailey coming through in the number 25, starting atop the number 5 of Jason Fensler on the inside row. Welcome to iRacing's Las Vegas. I'm Rick James, and we're here for an incredible season of truck racing. We're going to get it started very, very soon. The pace truck will peel off turn number 4, and we're going to get the inaugural AER Trucks Series underway. 100 laps from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Jason Fensler has control of the field with Tristan Bailey to his inside. Thank you so much for being a part of this action. Drivers, wait for the signal. Green flag is out. Let's go racing from Vegas. Across the line in the first position, Jason Fensler leads, but now we've got a yellow flag. Trucks scattered all over the place. Keith Bost involved in that accident. It looks like the 22 of Randy Bousquet from Springfield, Massachusetts, also involved in that one. The 8-2 truck of Debbie Hutchins, the Texan, involved in that accident as well, and the Queen of Carrollton sidelined immediately in this one. Tyler Tyome from Cornwall, Ontario, just barely avoiding that one. And then the tie bride, Eric Kuykendall from Leroy, Illinois, slow on the back of that field. Let's see what happened. Turn 4, lap 1. Looks like it started with Keith Bost possibly falling off the track here. Let's go further up and find out what happened. This is right away from the green flag. That's Randy Lapidus in the 14. Keith Bost in the 42 truck. In that Dickies Chevrolet, he's on the inside line. No numbers on that black truck behind the 4-2. Can't identify who it is. It's a 3 of some sort. And there's the 98. That's where it started. Michael Newton in the 98, loose out of turn number 4, and Newton immediately jumping to pit road. Let's back it up and have a look here. Newton in the 9-8 truck. One of the better looking trucks out on the field. You can see this started in turn number 3. Newton just struggling to get a hold of that Toyota. Coming together with Keith Bost out of turn number 4. Newton immediately jumps to pit road. Donovan Crone well ahead of this accident. And there's Randy Bousquet in that Toyota coming together with Bost in the 42. And that brings out caution number 1. So Jason Fensler has control of the field at the front of this track. Tristan Bailey sits in position number 2 with Jamie Haynes rolling in that 3rd spot. 4 laps currently underway of the scheduled 100. And if you've just tuned in, I'm Rick James. You're watching the inaugural American Elite Racing Trucks Series event from iRacing's Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Big shout out to everybody who's come through into the chat. Tyler B, Atlanta Racing. Let me tell you, this fella here, along with Pete Ruzick, showing me everything I know, and I wouldn't be here without him. Shout out Atlanta Racing and all the family down in the ATL area. Chris Fathke's here in the chat for the season opener. He's also on track. Same with Quentin Stewart Racing. Quentin following earlier today. Appreciate you, Q. J. Ray, Tyler B. He says 35 trucks in this field. He's excited. Joker cheering for truck 22 in this field, but not a great start for the Massachusetts driver, Randy Bousquet, but still plenty of race to go for Randy Bobandy in that 2-2 Doritos Toyota. Randy Lapidus in the 1-4, Nathan's Hot Dogs Ford F-150. Love that. Atlanta Racing cheering for truck 27 in the chat. He's got a favorite, talking about Chris Fathke in that 2-7 Boise State Broncos Chevrolet Silverado. How about that? Special Ed cheering 100 bits in the chat. Appreciate you, Ed. Ed asking if Atlanta Racing was going to run tonight. Dark Case official saying, let's go DNR, cheering for the 9.8 of Mike Newton, who just had that accident. A couple other DNR trucks in the field as well. Jacket FND subscribing. How about that? And that's Schmeck, how do you say that? Schmilky075 Gaming gifting a subscription to Jacket. Love that. Trucker Mike's in here saying hi to Special Ed, who cheered 100 bits, talking about the popularity of the league. And thank you, everybody, contributing so far. The lights are out atop the pace truck, and we're going to try completing a lap before a yellow flag. The number 5 of Jason Fensler has control one more time. Tristan Bailey to his outside in the 2-5. HendrickCars.com. Silverado. Bama Trama in the chat. Mama Vols. Biggest fan of Rick James TV in the house. Love you, man. Glad to have you here. Sit back and get ready for this. Fensler with control, waiting for that signal. There it is, green flag. Let's go racing. Leading the first lap after restart, truck number 5, Jay Fensler leading with Tristan Bailey behind him. Tyler Bellinger rounding out the top 3. It's a Chevy Ford. Podium trucks funneling down into the first corner. Trucker Mike and Special Ed trying to find Atlanta Racing in the chat. He's here having fun somewhere. Look at the lights flashing brightly and darkly on these trucks as they fly down this back straight. Everybody trying to find their line while the tires come up to temp. Tyler Boughton in that reflective number 94 Texaco Haviland Tundra. He's to the inside of Zach Ward. These two trucks duking it out for 7th. Tristan Bailey goes purple, 30.57 seconds, and Bailey now has the quickest lap of the race. But we're only 8 laps into this inaugural 100-lap event. Chucky Mosley Jr. rounding out the top 10 in that number 89 Monster Energy Silverado. He's up 5 places from where he started. Give it up to Sammy Harrell in the number 43 SDP Chevrolet. Harrell, he's sitting himself right now in the 13th position, but he's up 11 places from where he started. We just talked about Adam Boughton getting his tires up to temperature, and it pays off for truck 94. He's now got the fastest lap of the race, 30.50 seconds. Boughton in the 6th position so far. Trucker Mike is at the Tiger truck stop. Where's that, Tiger? Where's that, Trucker Mike? Let us know where you're watching from. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had anybody watch from a truck stop before, so that's a Rick James first. One of the 2 Canadians in tonight's race, Kelly Melanson from Edmonton, Alberta. The Oilers fan in the champion Silverado, sitting 23rd right now. And the second of 2 Canadians, one Tyler Tyone from Cornwall, Ontario, in the fatal XSW Toyota. He's sitting in 27th. Elite Cup Racing, cheering 100 bits. Trucker Mike is from Grosse Tete, Louisiana. All right. Jason Fensler fighting for the lead with Tristan Bailey on his outside. There goes the 2-5 for the lead. Fensler. Looks like he's sponsored by David's Racing Products and Fat Mike's Pizza. I guess shout out Fat Mike's Pizza. Bailey to the outside as Tron's Nib follows. Thank you, Tron, for that follow. Bailey to the outside, and Tristan Bailey leads lap number 11 in Sin City. The 2-5, HendrickCars.com Chevy being urged along by Tyler Bellinger on the outside line. All of these trucks just trying to find their place in this top 10. Looking at 11th right now, Bobby Mathis in that number 29. He's sitting to the inside of Hagen Joyner in the number 7 Silverado. Hagen Joyner just on the fringes of the top 10. Special Ed cheering 100 bits as well. Thank you, Edward. Appreciate you, pal. Hope you're enjoying the race so far. Hagen Joyner on the outside, almost making it 3 wide for the lead, while the leaders nearly make contact out of that second corner. Tristan Bailey in the 2-5 truck, still staying strong on the outside line, but Fensler not giving up any inches. Matt L. from Lapeer in the house. What's going on? Matt, glad to have you here. Glad to have another Michigander in the chat as well. Good to have you, Matt. Thank you for joining, my friend. The fight for the lead rages on, but that is not even the closest fight on the racetrack. Further on back, Randy Lapidus is in 20th, and he is fighting hard behind one of those DNR trucks. That's Waylon Turner in the number 7-8, and the 12 truck is in the wall. Dylan Picklesmeyer losing positions by the handful, and the Pittsburgh Plate Glass Ford F-150 slow out of turn number 4, while trucks speed to his inside. And Picklesmeyer up against it now, falling well outside the top 25. Picklesmeyer about to lose 26 to Andrew Teft in that 2-1 truck. Teft looking to take advantage of Picklesmeyer's misfortune. Let's go back and see just what happened to Dill Pickle in turn number 3. Is coming into the third corner. We'll try and see what happened. Just some contact there with it looked like the 38 truck at the time. That was Patrick Jenks in that 3-8. Let's run it back just one more time and see what happened between the 38 truck. This is Hagen Joyner. Let's look for Picklesmeyer here. Just some contact there. The 38 truck proceeds unbothered after making that contact, and Jenks, the Pennsylvania driver in one of those DNR trucks, making some contact with Picklesmeyer. Jenks finds himself further on up through the track. Special Ed asks, how many trucks tonight? It looks like a huge field. 35 entrants in total, Ed. 35 trucks in this race tonight. It is a massive field at the front. Jason Fensler dropping out of the top 3. He's sitting in 4th right now behind Kevin Haas, or is it Hayes, in that 1-9. He's to the outside of Tyler Bellinger into the 8-8, and Tristan Bailey continues to lead. Sitting in 5th, you've got Zach Ward in the 3-1. Let's ride along with the 31 truck and see what life looks like from the cockpit. Tristan Bailey opening up the largest lead of the race thus far, if you can believe it, just 1/4 of a second over Tyler Bellinger. Kevin Hayes sitting in 3rd with Jason Fendler 4th. We just got off with Zach Ward sitting in the 5th position. Further on back, you've got Jamie Haynes in the 5-3 to the inside of Chucky Mosley. That's for the 7th position. Looking to the back end of the top 10, Hagen Joyner sits to the inside of Dougie King in the 1-6 Valvoline Chevrolet. Then you've got Bobby Mathis up ahead in that 2-9 truck. Mathis falling in single file line with the rest of his rivals in that top 10. And it seems like things have calmed down in the top 10 so far. Further on back, Idaho's Chris Fathke in that 27. He's to the inside now of Quentin Stewart in that number 11. The Kev Robbo Gaming Toyota Tundra battling, and the 1 truck of Sam Taylor wants to make it 3 wide in the Snap-on Silverado. Taylor looking to fill that middle hole, but so far he's got to stay behind. No room for the 1. Johnny Holiday in that number 9 truck. That Ryko Motorsports Toyota behind the 1-6 of Dougie King. All of these drivers looking to break their way into the top 10. 22 laps into this race of the scheduled 100. 150 miles is the scheduled race distance from Las Vegas. But of course, we will have some overtime attempts if necessary. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. We'll see if we'll see what kind of race finish we get. But so far, Tristan Bailey putting his flag in the ground. He says, I want to win this race in that 2.5 truck. Opening up now a lead of 3/4 of a second over Tyler Bellinger in second. One Michael Carter in the number 6 Mahindra Ford F-150. He's sitting in 15th right now, half a second behind Waylon Turner in that 7.8. Sammy Harrell in the 43 STP Silverado. He's battling side by side with the 16 car. Doug King, lucky number 13th position so far. You saw those track facts pointing out that drivers will be able to go approximately 30 to 40 laps on one tank of fuel, or one pit window, if you will. And that's number 51 of Johnny Langham, the shift-faced 5.1 Chevrolet Silverado. He now moves into the 18th position with Q. Quentin Stewart on his outside. Keith Bost rounding out the top 20 in that 42 truck. A good resurgence from Bost, who fell back after that lap 1 accident, but Bost now finds himself to the inside of truck number 11, and he's fighting hard to stay in that top 20. Schmilky075 says, good racing so far. Who are you cheering for, Schmilky? Let us know in the chat. Fans at home, let us know who you're cheering for. Drop your driver's name in the chat. Let's find out where your driver is. Let's see how close they are to getting that inaugural AER win. And it's not just for fun. We are racing for cash prizes at the end of the season. It is a pay league. It is for bragging rights, for money. It is for a lot of great fun reasons. Trucker Mike says he's cheering for Bost, the 42 truck of Keith Bost. We're looking at him right now ahead of Ontario's Tyler Tyone. Gets loose into that first corner. And the number 80 Silverado now has Quentin Stewart coming up behind him. Schmilky says he's scouting competition for next week. Schmilky says he's going to be here next week, and he's scouting who his rivals are going to be at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. At the front of this race, 3/4 of a second is the gap from first to second. Third, fourth, and fifth, all nose to tail. It's Hayes, Fensler, Boughton, your top 3. The 9.4 truck moving into the 5th position. Zach Ward had been ditched to 6th. Here comes Jamie Haynes in the 5.3 Advanced Silverado. Let's ride along in the passenger seat while Haynes takes on Zach Ward for the 6th spot. Schmilky says, thanks for getting my name right. My pleasure. It is a tough one, isn't it? Trucker Mike in the chat says, ATL, where are you at? Probably doing something way more important, but who can blame him, right? We're about a third of the way through this one here, almost a third of the way through this one. Tristan Bailey extends that lead. Jason Fensler in that 5 truck opens the door for Adam Boughton, but Boughton doesn't walk through it, perhaps waiting for a different opportunity. Jamie Haynes on the back end of Zach Ward as Schmilky cheers another 100 bits. My man! Thank you, Schmilky. Love you, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate that you're enjoying this. And if you've just recently tuned in I'm Rick James. You're watching AER's inaugural truck race. That's the American Elite Racing Series from iRacing's Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You're looking at Jamie Haynes go to the inside of Zach Ward. That's for the 6th position. The Virginian has been slowly picking them off one after the other. And over the last 5 laps, he's been slowly catching up to Tyler Boughton that last time around. Boughton slightly quicker than Haynes, but now that Jamie Haynes has clean air, he'll be able to make his way further up through that field. Trucker Mike saying TB, trying to win 2 in a row. Tristan Bailey, quite the skilled driver, and it wouldn't be a stretch at all to say that Bailey has a great chance to win it, but he's got to finish first before he finishes first. How does that saying go? Before you can finish first you have to finish? That's it. I got that one really wrong. Anyway, Tyler Boughton's quicker than Jamie Haynes. 3/4 of a second, the gap was between Bailey and Bellinger. It's now 1.2 seconds, but now Kevin Hayes is 3/4 of a second behind Tyler Bellinger, and the gap starts to grow between first, second, and third. Further on through the field, truck number 3, Mike Allen. He's behind Tyler Tyone in that 80. Allen, the American pilot, trying to get around the Canadian for the 19th position. Andrew Taft in that 2-1 Thrustmaster Ford, also looking to get behind Mike Allen. Thrust his way into the top 20. Dougie King watching Taft drive away as Joey Nelson catches up. The number 7-6 small engine repair Silverado, trying to make his way through as drivers have come down pit road, and here come the first 4. Hagen Joyner is in. Tyler Bellinger, one of the leaders, is also in. Sammy Harrell in the 43 STP Chevy is in. Kelly Melanson is on his way out. Melanson in the 33rd position. The Alberta driver with some scuffs on the left-hand side of his 2-3 truck, but he trucks on with fresh tires. Jason Fensler has made his way in. Race leader Tristan Bailey staying out. Robert Mathis on his way in. Sam Taylor, Chucky Mosley Jr. all coming down pit road. Fans, take a look on the bottom of your screen. You're going to see your driver's last name abbreviated. The ticking time on the left is their pit lane time, total pit lane time, and the time within the brackets is their pit stop time. Race leader Tristan Bailey is on his way onto pit road, so that's going to put Adam Boughton in the lead. Truck 94, new leader at Las Vegas. Race leader is in. There goes Adam Boughton. Jamie Haynes attacking the pit lane to the inside. Keith Boston, the 42 truck. He pitted on lap 3. He's going to stay out, and the new leader is KB in that 42 Dickies Silverado. He's going to put Hayes a lap down in the 19. Trucker Mike wrestling with the autocorrect on his phone. Sorry to hear that you're so afflicted by that autocorrect, Mike. Hopefully it gets better for you. That old Dirty 30 in the chat says, go Dirty 30 Motorsports, and Jag says, get 'em Dirty Bird. Lots of fans cheering for the Dirty Motorsports and Dirty Bird as well, as Keith Bost is going to bring his 42 Dickies truck down pit road. So Tyler Bellinger in the 88. He pitted on lap 47. He's going to move into second, and he'll inherit the lead. But look who's behind him. Truck 25, Tristan Bailey. Bellinger, the big winner on that pit stop cycle. He's going to come out now in first place. New leader at Vegas, 88, Tyler Bellinger. Tristan Bailey looking to go to the outside, wasting no time with those fresh tires. Trucker Mike says, all right, Special ATL Rick, I hope all of you guys have fun. I got to go to work. Be safe. Mike, let us know when you make it safely, buddy. Thanks so much for tuning in. Despite the similar pit stop times, Tyler Bellinger spent half a second less on pit road than Tristan Bailey even though Tristan Bailey's pit stop time was 0.3 quicker than Bellinger, Bellinger does come out with that lead, but he pitted 2 laps before Tristan Bailey. Bailey using those fresh Goodyears to get around the double 8 of Bellinger, and Tristan Bailey just edging Bellinger into that third corner. This is the battle for the lead on lap 40. Who will lead 4-0 and bring us to 60 to go? Tristan Bailey in the 2.5 leading by 2/100ths of a second, but he still can't clear the 88. Will he cut him off into 1? Yes, he will. New leader once again, Tristan Bailey. Schmilke in the chat says, curious to see how green flag stops. Split up the field. Well, orders restored at the front with Bailey leading this race. Tyler Bellinger is in second. Jason Fensler gaining a position or 2. He moves up into the 3rd position. Jamie Haynes sitting in 4th. Adam Boughton goes to 5th. He's our highest ranked Toyota so far, and right behind him, Kevin Hayes in the 1.9 Napa Tundra. He's sitting ahead of Zach Ward trying to make his way around Bobby Mathis in the 2.9 F-150. That's going to do it for our first green flag pit stop cycle. Tristan Bailey at the front. Tyler Bellinger sitting in second. Jason Fensler rolling in third. Bobby Mathis on the inside of that 3-1 of Zach Ward. John Holliday, he's to the inside of Chucky Mosley. These two are duking it out for the 12th position, and it almost looked like a pace lap for a moment. These trucks 2x2, nearly 3 rows deep. Mikey Carter into the 1.4 Mahindra truck. He's now sailing calmly on the inside of Chuck Mosley, and CM having a hard time on the outside in that 8.9 Monster Chevy. Waylon Turner in the 7.8 DNR Tundra. Looking to make his way through this field. You can see Turner's got some damage to the right front corner of his Toyota. Donovan Crone in the number 4, Lift Kits for Less Tundra. He's sitting behind Andrew Teft. Crone sits 22nd, Teft sits 21st. There's Teft right behind Dylan Picklesmeyer. Pickles had a strong piece of contact with the right side of the wall heading into turn number 3. So far, so good as Picklesmeyer finds himself in 20th, still fighting onward. There's the tide ride, the 33 of Eric Kuykendall to the inside. Kuykendall sits 34th right now in the Illinois Pilot, trying to chase down Jimmy Weathers in that number 30. Weathers finds himself 33rd. He's 15 seconds ahead of Kuykendall in the tide ride. Tristan Bailey leading Tyler Bellinger by just 0.2 of a second. Jamie Haynes sitting in 3rd. Jamie finds himself 5 seconds behind the top 3, and he's got a whole mirror full of worries. He can't block Fensler to the outside, who splits the 94 and the 5.3, moves to the inside. Jason Fensler with a brave move on that inside line of 3. Fensler moves into position number 3. Can he hold off Jamie Haynes into 1? And that was a risky move that paid off with some nice rewards. Unbelievably dangerous move, but Fensler pulled it off expertly. You could not ask for better timing from the driver of the 5 truck. However, he's not able to hold off Jamie Haynes, who gets back into 3rd. Adam Boughton on the top side in the number 94 Haviland Tundra. Now side by side with Fensler. Kevin Hayes in the 19 chasing these drivers down. Rounding out your top 10 is Zach Ward in that 3-1 truck. Sam Taylor, 2 1/3 seconds behind him. Sitting 3rd is Chris Fathke to the outside of John Holliday. Chucky Mosley Jr. and Michael Carter are filling up that space behind these drivers as well. We're just about to reach the halfway point in this race. Tristan Bailey at the front. Tyler Bellinger has dropped 0.7 off of that race lead. Bailey again running his tires to the fullest. Bailey pitting on lap 36. Quick math tells us that Bailey will be pitting approximately on lap 72 with about 27 laps to go. But of course, a yellow flag could throw a big wrench into all of those plans. Dougie King, he's in 19th position. He's 3 seconds behind Keith Bost and just 1 second ahead of Andrew Taft. Taft in the 2-1 finds Dylan Picklesmeyer filling his rearview mirror, and Taft is trying to protect his top 20 position. Sam Taylor 1 1/3 seconds off that top 10, where Zach Ward is guarding the end of that spot there. Sammy Harrell finds himself in 9th. Harrell, one of our hardest chargers so far. He's up 15 places from where he started. Both Chris Fathke and Tyler Tyone are up. Well, Tyler Tyone now becoming our hardest charger. He's up 17 places from where he started, flirting with the top 17, depending on how easy Keith Bost takes it on him. Special Ed cheers 100 bits in the chat. Appreciate you, Ed. Thank you, my friend. Who are you cheering for in this race? Let us know. Fans at home, the chat is yours. Talk about who you're cheering for in the race. Talk about Sunday's Martinsville race. Tell me about your favorite flavor of ice cream. Tristan Bailey, now to the inside of truck 29, I believe. No, that's the 28, pardon me. That's Jorge Rincon in the number 28 Good Wrench Service Chevy. The driver from Agua Dulce sitting in the 23rd position right now. Rincon getting around Kelly Melanson. Zach Ward having some internet connectivity issues. There is the 2-2 of Randy Bousquet. He's sitting just behind Joe Nelson in the small engine repair. 7-6. Race leader Tristan Bailey hunting these drivers down as Schmielke puts in another 100 bits. Thank you, Schmielke. Appreciate you, my friend. Been putting a lot of bits in tonight. Donovan Crone comes down pit road with some heavy damage on his truck. Not sure what happened to that Ford truck. Here he is on his way down pit lane. See if we can run this back and find out what exactly happened to Crone, if anything. Looks like he just got loose out of turn number 2. I'm not sure if he lost control of the truck. Here he has no damage. There he puts 2 tires on the apron. The lift kits for Les Tundra already with a damaged right-hand side. Just shooting down to the left-hand side there. I'm not sure if Crone lost control of his truck. What happened to him? There he is coming back up on the racetrack. The 3 truck having to avoid him. There's the hard contact with the inside wall. Donovan Crone regains control on the way into pit road. That was Mike Allen in the 3 truck who put in some heads-up moves to avoid the 4 of Donnie Crone. Mikey Allen from Tominac, New Jersey, sitting in the 31st position right now, trying to crack the top 30. Mike Newton in the number 98 truck. He had that lap 1 incident, and Newton is the next truck on Allen's list. At the front, it's still the Tristan Bailey show. The 2.5 Hendrick Cars Silverado has a 3-second advantage over Tyler Bellinger. 2 seconds behind Bellinger is Jamie Haynes in the 5.3 Advanced Silverado, and Adam Boughton just behind him in the number 94. 2/10 separate those 2 trucks. Keith Bost in a similar situation. He's only a 1/10 of a second behind Waylon Turner in the 7.8. And there's Michael Carter in the 6. There's Chucky Mosley just ahead. These 2 trucks battling it out for position. Mosley a 1/2 second behind John Holiday. And to the inside is the 82 truck. That's the Queen of Carrollton, Texas. Debbie Hutchins running 35th right now, just ahead of Chuck Mosley. And the number 9 truck, John Holiday, next on Mosley's list. But Mosley needs to get around Hutchins in the 82. Picklesmeyer, he's sitting just 2/10 of a second behind Dougie King. King sitting 20th right now. Picklesmeyer wants a piece of that top 20. Jamie Haynes, on the other hand, now to the inside of truck 98. He'll be no bother to Haynes and Boughton. These 2 fighting it out for the 3rd position. We're about 10 laps away from our second and what may be the final pit stop in this race. If it goes green all the way, and then we'll see who manages their tires best in the final 25 or so laps on the way to the finish. Adam Boughton now just riding around comfortably in that 4th position. It seems like drivers have had a chance to get spread out. Drivers have had a chance to feel their trucks and just feel what it's going to be like in the long run. We're approaching 41 laps to go. It'll be 40 to go next time by that Bailey crosses. Mikey Carter in the 6th sits behind Chuck Mosley Jr. as Zach Ward in the 31 watches Chris Fathke go to his inside. Fathke now in the 11th position, but can he hold off the attack from Ward? Side by side down that front straight. Fathke looking to ward off Zach into that first corner for the 11th position, and does so. Chris Fathke, he's now in the top 10, making his way up with drivers in pit road right now. Chris Fathke, can he stay up there? Sam Taylor is 3 seconds ahead of the Idaho driver. Mosley Jr. now chasing down John Holliday, but Michael Carter trying to get to Mosley before Mosley can get to Holliday. Let's ride around in the cockpit with Mike Carter. He's sitting in 15th. I think I just realized my mic was muted for some indefinite period of time. No idea how long. My apologies. Tristan Bailey leading this race in the 2-5. Tyler Bellinger behind him by 4 seconds. Jamie Haynes sitting in that 3rd position. Haynes still with Adam Boughton, 0.3 of a second behind him. Jason Fensler sitting in 5th. Kevin Hayes in that number 19 truck in that 6th spot, 0.8 of a second off the top 5. But will Hayes run those tires as hard as he can, or will he conserve his resources? Hagen Joyner, he's got trouble on the outside as the 1-4 truck wants to get some space. Randy Lapidus running in the 31st position right now, watching Joyner sail by him. And on the inside, Donovan Crone in the number 4. He's running in the 32nd position. A few laps off the pace of Randy Lapidus, not for position, the 4 and the 1-4 truck. Drivers deciding to come down pit road once again. Adam Teft on his way out. Waylon Turner, Randy Bousquet getting their repairs. Fans, once again, look to the bottom of your screen where you're going to see your favorite driver's last name abbreviated. The ticking time on the left-hand side is their total pit lane time, and the time within the brackets is their pit stop time. All eyes now on race leader Tristan Bailey. He's certainly going to come away with the most laps led tonight, but will it prove to be lucrative enough for a win? Tristan Bailey leading Jamie Haynes by 5 seconds now that Tyler Bellinger, Adam Boughton, and Bobby Mathis have all come down pit road. Mathis in the 2-9 H&M Motorsports. Coming down for the final time tonight, Boughton strolling slowly to his pit stop. Zachary Ward, he's down pit road. MC Michael Carter in the Mahindra F-150. He's come for tires and for fuel. Jamie Haynes, 5 seconds behind the leader. Will he attempt an undercut approaching the final 31 laps? Tristan Bailey still staying out. Is he trying to maximize the life on those tires as well? First stint predictions tell us Tristan Bailey will be coming down in the next 2 to 3 laps. Over the last 5 laps between Jamie Haynes and Tristan Bailey, there you can see Bailey quicker than Haynes for the first time in 5 laps as XRN Network cheers 250 bits and says, "The Rick James." Glad to have you here, XRN. Glad to have all the folks from XRN Network here. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. That last time around, Bailey quicker than Haynes, despite Jamie Haynes pitting 1 lap after Bailey, so it seems like the tire fall-off has caught up to truck 5-3. Tristan Bailey leading the way in the 2-5, but for how much longer? And there comes truck 25 down pit road. Leader Tristan Bailey is in. Jamie Haynes will not come down pit road, and the new leader will be Haynes in that 5-3 truck. Chris Fathke, he's going to inherit the second position. He sits 13 seconds ahead of Dylan Picklesmeyer, the 33 truck behind him, but that's not for position. Picklesmeyer, will he go around one more time? Will Jamie Haynes come down pit road? Chris Fathke moves into the second position. John Langham, he hasn't had much time in this top 10. He sits 7th right now. Joe Nelson on his way down pit road in that 7-6 behind Picklesmeyer. Fensler also is pitting. Is he still down pit road? This doesn't seem like it's Jason Fensler's first time down pit road. Fensler on his way out. Pit stop time of 15 seconds. Pit lane time of 22 seconds. Not sure if Fensler had to come down once again for some sort of violation, but he is dropping through the running order. Race leader Jamie Haynes is down pit road, as is Chris Fathke. Idaho's favorite racer coming to a halt. Tristan Bailey now coming back around the front straight, and he will reassume the lead on lap 72. Schmilke with another 50 bits coming in clutch. So far, Schmilke, our #1 donator in this stream chat. Thank you, Schmilke. This has got to be at least well over 400 bits now. You're the man, buddy. Thank you so much, Tristan Bailey. He's got a 1.5 second advantage over Tyler Bellinger. Adam Boughton just 0.3 of a second behind Bellinger, and that very well may be our final pit stops of the evening, provided we go green to the end. As much as anything is certain in racing, I don't want to say it's a certainty. We're going to go green to the finish. Michael Carter is in the 12th position right now. He's just been overtaken by Chucky Mosley in the 8-9 Monster Energy Silverado. Hagen Joyner is in the 10th position in the #7 truck. He is almost 8 seconds ahead of Chuck Mosley Jr. Special Ed putting in another 100 bits. Thank you, Ed. You guys are coming in clutch with those bits tonight. Thank you so much. This is amazing. Sam Taylor recently running his quickest lap of the race, a 30.81 second lap, and he's done it again. He's gone green. His personal quickest, 30.71 seconds. Adam Boughton still with the race's quickest lap, a 30.5 second circuit. The Susquehanna Pennsylvanian behind the 888 of Tyler Bellinger. These two trucks working to the inside of Tyler Tyone. He's 16th and now 1 lap off the pace. Boughton has a run on Bellinger, but this is what Bailey wants to see. 1.2 seconds out ahead of the rest of the field. Chuck Mosley Jr. now on the outside of John Holliday, and the caution comes out with 25 laps to go in this race. Joey Nelson, Quentin Stewart have gone around. Big crash there. Nelson in that 76 truck involved. Quentin Stewart in the 11 truck. They've been involved. Dougie King got a piece of that accident as well. The destroyed 1.6 Valvoline truck, and James Weathers also getting a piece of that one in the 3.0. The Citrus Floridian in trouble. Let's go back on lap 74 and see what happened. It started with Joey Nelson. Whoa, it looks like a big blink out of Joe Nelson. Not sure what happened there, but a destroyed truck. Let's see from Quentin Stewart's angle. Oh, they just came together, and they both blinked right there, so both trucks losing a little bit of connectivity, and there goes the 30 car trying to avoid it all. James Weathers got a big piece of that one. There's King just trying to avoid everybody, and at the last second, nothing that you could do. See from a wide angle, Doug King just tries to get out of everybody's way, and it just is impossible at that point. Luckily, no trucks slid back up into the racing surface, but now, let's see if we can get a bird's eye view here. Joe Nelson in that 7.6, blinking as he's made contact with that 11 truck. Both skidding down that straight, nowhere for them to go. Doug King nearly made it through, and you see he just got sandwiched at the very end. Let's ride along with Dougie King. The window was always closing. Dougie was never going to make it through, but a great effort nonetheless. So Jimmy Weathers, Dougie King and company, they're going to be in pit road getting all of their repairs. Your race leaders being scored as Sam Taylor in the 1 truck. A lot of drivers pitting on lap 76, including Tristan Bailey in that 2.5. Chris Fathke pitted on lap 71. He's not coming in. Johnny Holiday, Sammy Taylor, they are coming down pit road. So while these drivers come down pit road and they take a break, we're going to do the same. Fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in 2 minutes. That's 120 seconds with more racing and the final 20 laps from virtual Las Vegas. Fans, don't go anywhere. Back in 2 with the conclusion of American Elite Racing Trucks. Fans at home, if you want to go ad-free on Rick James TV, all it takes is a subscription. But don't bother subscribing through Twitch if you don't want to. Just use your Prime account. Link your Amazon Prime with your Twitch account. Get what's known as Prime Gaming. Get free loot every single month for your favorite games like Fortnite, Apex Legends. Get loot for Grand Theft Auto Online every single month. Even get free games every single month. And of course, that one free Twitch subscription. Why not? make that Rick James TV and avoid those pesky ads. We're going to go racing with 21 circuits remaining. John Holliday is the control truck to the inside of Boise's Chris Fathke. The green flag will come out, and it will be the 9 truck on the point with the control. There's the green flag. Let's go racing. Tristan Bailey immediately jumping out to the lead in that 25 truck around the double eight of Tyler Bellinger. Bellinger looks to the outside, and it's anybody's game now with 2:0 to go, 1:9 at the line, next time by. Tristan Bailey trying to hold off Bellinger down that back straight into turn number 3. The double eight Quality Care Ford to the inside, channeling his inner Dale Jarrett, trying to take the lead with 1:9 at the line. New leader, Tyler Bellinger. 2x2, almost 3 rows deep. Hagen Joyner goes purple for the race. 30.49 seconds, and he's just been beaten by Dylan Picklesmeyer. 30.44 seconds. Dill Pickle now the fastest driver of the race with 19 laps to go. 8-8, 2-5, 5-year top 3, contact between the top 2, Bailey's in the wall, he keeps it moving, but there's heavy damage on the right side of the 25 truck, and the dominant truck all race long slams the wall. We stay green, John Holliday to the point, 3 wide for the race lead at Las Vegas at a turn number 2, 17 laps to go, next time by, and the lights flash on the 3 abreast Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet trifecta into the third corner. Who will lead with 17 to go? Bellinger to the inside of Holliday. It looks like a pace lap formation as they come to the line. Bellinger leading by 1/100th of a second. Tristan Bailey falling outside of the top 10 and now the top 15. The 2-5 truck fatally wounded in this race, and only a caution can save him now. 16 to go. Next time by, John Holliday leads. $15 to go, next time by. Bellinger sitting in second. Adam Boughton to the outside line. Jason Fensler sitting in the 4th position momentarily. The 9 of Holliday with far older tires, trucks trying not to wreck at the back. It's the 2-9 of Bobby Mathis, who skids to the apron after contact with Sammy Harrell in the 43 STP Chevrolet. He makes it through unharmed. Bailey in the 17th position. Is he just waiting for a yellow? Does he not want to come down pit road and risk going a lap down? There goes John Holliday after contact with Fensler. Holliday's on the side right now. John Holliday skidding on the side of his truck, coming back down onto the racing surface and on his lid. Caution lights flash in Sin City, and the 3rd yellow of the race comes out. The 2-2 truck, the Massachusetts pilot of Randy Bousquet, into the wall. John Holliday back on 4 wheels. Schmielke in the chat says it's getting dicey. Well, they certainly diced all right, didn't they? Let's take a look here. An unbelievable few laps. I tell you, that's some racing right there. It really is. Let's have a look here. Jason Fensler moves into the lead, getting around John Holliday. Let's have a look. Now, this looks to be the lap prior. Let's try and get a better look. So, John Holliday still in the lead. There goes the 2-9 and the 4-3 at the top of your screen. Now keep your eye on truck number 9 and truck number 5. Jason Fensler to the inside of the 9 truck. They're side by side for the lead. What contact, if any, put Holiday into the wall? There it is. There it is. The 88 and the 5 blinking simultaneously. No fault of Holiday whatsoever. Run it back one more time. There was nowhere for John Holiday to go as he does not blink while his rivals to the inside, the 5 and the 88, and look at this blink from the 5 of Fensler right there, and he doesn't reappear until it's far too late with Holiday in the 9. And there it is, Holiday seemingly just run over by ghosts on the inside line. Nothing he could do about that. There he is, up and over. Does a barrel roll. And back on 4 wheels. Now let's take a look from the eye in the sky. Watch Jason Fensler again. You're going to see Fensler blink on the front straight, and he won't reappear until he makes that contact with Holiday in the 9. Still isn't there, and by the time he reappears there, it's far too late. The contact's been made with Holiday. Holiday is up and over at Vegas, to quote Schmielke in the chat. Caution number 3 flies at Vegas, so we're going to restart inside the final 12 laps of racing, possibly inside the final 10. We're going to try and take our final break. Fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the last 10 laps of AER from Las Vegas. Getting ready to go with 10 laps to go. Jason Fensler has control of the field. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Fensler, Bellinger, Boughton, your top 3. Hagen, Joyner, sitting in that 5th position behind Kevin Hayes in the 1-9. Chevy, Ford, Toyota, your top 3 in Sin City with 9 at the line. Jamie Haynes in the 5-3. He last pitted on lap 87, this most recent caution. His tires are 9 laps older than every single driver in front of him. 8 to go. Fensler leads. Boughton looking to the outside. Hagen Joyner looking to make it 3 wide into turn number 1. How many more laps will they survive? Caution is out once again for the 4th time. Keith Bost goes around. Big accident. The 12 of Dylan Picklemeister also involved, and he just continues to get involved with trouble. And it looks like these drivers just not exercising patience. 6, 7 different trucks involved in that one. Let's go back and see what brought out this caution on lap 92. Just a lack of awareness from the 43. Nowhere for the 42 to go. The 51. Lots of trucks involved that didn't need to get involved, unfortunately. Just, again, a big lack of awareness down the front straight. Let's have another look here. Keith Bost and Sammy Harrell coming together. The 33, not able to miss that one. Debbie Hutchins just barely squeezing her way through. There you see the 3 trucks involved. The 4 of Donovan Crone, he got involved. Schmielke says, the big one indeed. Let's go back and see if we can find out where Sammy Harrell was going with this one. Let's back this up and ride along in the cockpit with Harrell. Try and watch the hands here of truck 43. Thank you, Schmielke, for those 50 bits. Unbelievably generous tonight. There goes the 9. Look at that 9 truck just tumbling down the racetrack. That was John Holiday after he just got involved in the most recent accident. Gets tumbled into that one. Let's have a look from Keith Bost's point of view. Not a fun ride for the 42. Let's have a look from the rear chase there. Just hard to tell, but really just a lack of awareness from both trucks. And the big one comes out inside the final 10 laps. So our race leader is Jason Fensler in that 5 truck. Adam Boughton sits in 2nd. Kevin Hayes is in 3rd. Hagen Joyner being scored 4th. Tyler Bellinger in the 5th position. Jamie Haynes 6th. Mikey Carter 7th. Sammy Taylor, Chuck Mosley Jr., Tristan Bailey. Now rounding out your top 10. Bailey, Mosley Jr., both pitted on lap 87. Bobby Mathis coming down pit road on lap 93. He's going to have the freshest tires of all. Jamie Haynes pitted on lap 87. His tires still fresher than all of the top 5. Jason Fensler is your race leader. Let's see if we can bother Mr. Fensler for a quick word here. Looks like Fensler's not available in the chat. No worry. See if we can bother somebody else before we go green. Adam Boughton, also not in our chat. Adam Boughton's not eligible either, not available. So let's keep on moving down this list of leaders here. Kevin Hayes, not available for comment. Looks like Hagen Joyner's available in the 4th position. So we'll bother Hagen Joyner for a word. Hagen Joyner, Rick James up top. You got me, buddy. One more time. Hagen Joyner, Rick James, you got me? Let's try for a 3rd time here. Hagen Joyner, Rick James in the booth. Can you hear me, bud?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, Rick?
Third time's a charm, Hagen. You're
There
sitting
we
in
go.
fourth right now. Thanks so much for being in the chat. Top 3 not in the chat, so we can't talk to them, but we'll talk to you instead. Earlier in this race, you put up a purple lap, and that number 7 truck has slowly been picking its way to the front of the field. You're going to restart with 4 laps to go. What is it going to take to get your number 7 Silverado in victory lane?
I think we just need to. We've been restarting pretty good tonight. Jamie's right behind us, and I believe he's got 11 lap pressure tires. So, gonna be tough holding him off here on the restart. But if we can get a good jump here, I feel pretty good about it.
Who's the biggest rival on the way to the win?
I think it's Jamie for sure. I think Jamie's the guy to compete with on those tires.
Inside or outside, Hagen?
Outside.
And the most important question of the night, half a lap to green. Mr. Hagen Joyner, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Woo! Yeah, let's go orange sherbet.
That's a good, unique flavor, buddy. Keep the shiny side up, and best of luck, Mr. Joyner.
Appreciate it, brother.
The Alabama native on the outside line in row number 2. Adam Boughton to the inside. Jason Fensler has control of the field. The pace truck will peel off. We're going to restart with 4 laps to go. 6 miles to decide the winner of the inaugural AER truck race. Green flag is out. 4 laps remain. Lead Cup Racing in the chat says, let's go, Evo. Special Ed with 100 bits. Schmilky with another 50 bits before that. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Schmil. You guys have been unbelievably generous tonight. 3 laps remain. 5, 94, 19, your top 3. Fensler, Boughton, Hayes, and Bellinger, all with equal tires. Jamie Haynes, you heard him before. His tires, 11 laps. More fresh than the competition. Haynes trying on the outside of Hagen Joyner. Coming to 2 laps to go. Jason Fendler has the advantage, but Adam Boughton is now filling in the space behind truck number 5. Kevin Hayes in the 19 sits in 3rd. Will he make a move behind the 94? 3 miles remain in Sin City. Boughton to the outside. Ontario driver Tyler Tyone goes purple, 30.40 seconds, quickest lap of the race. Fensler trying to hold off Boughton. Boughton to the outside, and here he makes the run into turn number 3. The Texaco Haviland Toyota Tundra trying to make his way around the 5. Silverado of Fensler. White flag is in the air. Kevin Hayes in the 3rd position trying to fill in the gap. Fensler on the inside, Boughton to the outside. The next flag ends this race. The inaugural AER truck race will come down to half a lap remaining. Boughton on the outside, Fensler to the inside. One last move for Hayes. 2 by 2, 2 rows deep at a turn number 4. And the winner of AER at Las Vegas as Fensler makes contact with the 94 will be Jason Fensler, winning at Las Vegas. Jamie Haynes in 2nd, Kevin Hayes in 3rd, Adam Boughton in 4th, and Chuck Mosley Jr. coming home in 5th. Jason Fensler holds off the competition, and he gets the inaugural win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Side by side out of turn number 4, Jason Fensler holding off Adam Boughton. Jamie Haynes, Kevin Hayes gets the victory at Las Vegas, and a brilliant way to get it done. We're going to review that last lap in just a moment. Let's give Jason Fensler his moment. Fensler gets the W, and he's going to show it off on the front straight. Big win for truck number 5. Let's take a look at the last lap. Jason Fensler celebrates his well-earned victory in Sin City. White flag is out. Fensler with a great advantage on the inside. He stuck to the inside line all night long. 94 of Adam Boughton well on the outside line. Now keep your eyes on the hands in Fensler's truck. Let's go to the cockpit with the 5. Beautifully done. Let's go back with an outside look. That final run in turn number 4. A little bit of contact between both trucks. Don't know if the 94 came down on the 5 or otherwise. Let's try and get a different angle. See if we can get an angle from the outside line here. This is turns 3 and 4 on the final lap. Just looks like the 94 tried to get a side draft on the 5. Hard to tell, but Fensler holds off the competition. He gets the W. Fans at home, don't go anywhere. We're going to have podium interviews in just a moment. Kevin Hayes, Jamie Haynes, and Jason Fensler in the booth. On the podium now with our top 3, well, top 2, I should say. Kevin Hayes not in the booth. Jamie Haynes, he is in the booth, and he finished second tonight in this race. Jamie, that number 5-3 Advance Auto Silverado did a fantastic job tonight. Great run to the finish.
Yeah, I wish that last caution that came out, because I came in and got the fresh set of tires on the one before it, and I think I would have won the race. But if I had one more lap, I probably could have pulled it off.
One more lap was all it took, but not a bad start to the season. Next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway, can we expect another podium out of the Advance Auto Silverado?
I don't like to expect, but I hope for sure.
We'll see you in 7 days' time. Congratulations on the silver medal.
Thanks, buddy.
Our race winner driving the number 5 FRE truck all night long. Jason Fensler hugged the inside, and when it mattered most, it paid off. The inaugural AER Truck Series winner, Jason Fensler. How did you pull that off?
First off, that sounds pretty good. I don't know. We qualified on the pole. I just didn't have race pace. That long run, we kind of fell back a little bit, but a couple of cautions helped us out. came in and got 2 tires. I tried the 2 tires because I didn't have many laps on my tires, and it seemed to free the truck up just enough to maybe be able to have a little bit better speed. But it was close at the end. It's a drafty racetrack, so we just what we needed to do to get the win.
Next week at Atlanta, you're obviously going to go there with the points lead. But in this inaugural season, will we see a new winner, or are you going for 2 wins in a row in Atlanta?
Well, I mean, we come for wins, so that's our plan, is to win as many races as we can. But it's a tough field of trucks. I was really excited to see the competition tonight. A lot of trucks, a lot of good drivers. So looking forward to the season. It's a whole new group for me, so excited to see what it brings. But I know Atlanta is going to be a lot of comers and goers with the tire strategies and stuff like that. So we'll see how we end up.
We'll see you in 7 days' time from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. But for now, Jason, go celebrate. Congratulations on your win.
Sounds good, Rick. Thank you very much.
Fans at home, that's going to do it for us tonight. What a way to start a season. What a way to start off a Trucks series. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been my absolute pleasure to bring you this tomorrow night. Turn down for what Xfinity series right here on this channel. And of course, Thursday Night Thunder, Thursday night. And then next Monday night on Atlanta Racing, you're going to have the very own Atlanta Racing calling the race from his home track, Atlanta Motor Speedway. So tune in for that Monday night for the ARCA series, and then in 7 days, the AER circus moves to iRacing's Atlanta. And until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we will see you all around the corner.